And we've just heard from Nigel Farage, some reaction. So let's take it. This is Nigel Farage.
It's midnight. There are two results in from the northeast of England that put Reform on 30% of the vote. That is way more than any possible prediction or projection. It's almost unbelievable. And what does it mean? It means we're going to win seats, many seats, I think, right now across the country. But to watch the TV coverage, it's almost comical. There's not a single representative on there from Reform UK. Mainstream media are in denial just as much as our political parties. This is going to be 6 million votes plus. This, folks, is huge.
It's a big topic of conversation for us, Nigel. Back to Dave. What are your thoughts on the rise of Reform UK? Remembering, Dave, that he started the campaign late. He only started 4 weeks ago. Remember, he was milkshaked on the day of announcing his campaign. Well, he's had a pretty big success today.
He has, and I think, look, the interesting thing to point out here is that 13 seats is obviously a big increase, but the share of the vote that Reform UK has got is considerably larger than that. And if Reform UK was in a preferential voting system like we've got in Australia, they would be having a considerably higher number of seats. There's a lot of seats we're seeing where they're finishing second to the Labor Party, Conservatives third, and in a preferential voting system, most of the Conservative votes will go to them and they would often win more seats. So I think they're obviously a political force to be reckoned with. They're not going to be the same force in the House of Commons as the share of the vote suggests, but obviously it's going to make life difficult for the Conservatives as they go about seeking to rebuild their party. Because there'll be people who are saying, look, Reform ate our base, we need to be moving more towards Reform. And then there'll be people who'll be saying, Labor took the centre ground from us, and that's where we need to be. And look, these discussions are going to be difficult and these debates are going to play out over some years, I expect.
I mean, he's going to have a big say in who the leader of the Conservative is. People might just view him as the Conservative leader, whichever way you spin it. Just, I want to close with this question on the subject of Reform UK and this drift to the right, Dave. We've got the French elections, the second round in place on Sunday, and we've seen what happened to Marine Le Pen's party. We've seen what's happened in Italy. We've got this drift in Europe to the right now. Is it immigration? Is it going to continue? You got a thought on that?
I think it's just the natural pendulum swing of politics. I mean, we would have said there was a drift to the left, several years ago. Biden was elected. We changed governments here in Australia. There was a left of centre government elected in Germany. I think we're just seeing the pendulum swing, and it'll probably swing back again. It's healthy in democratic political systems to have different parties in charge.